fishing fam. So it is March. It is almost the end of the winter. We're so close. But in today's video, I wanted to do kind of a top 3 fishing lures for the month of March. Now, one of these lures kind of falls into 2 different lures because I think of it as like a category of lures. The first one, now, before I get into this, these are all lures. So not only did I want to do top 3 lures, I also wanted to do top 3 lures that can go on like one single combo. And the combo I'm talking about today is the 7-foot medium heavy, or not, I don't know why I said medium. This combo, and the combo I'm talking about specifically is a 7-foot medium fast. You can throw a lot of stuff on this, and I'm going to narrow it down for you. So the first lure I would throw on this is a good old chatterbait. A chatterbait is just a really good moving bait. They're pretty heavy, so you can cast them a good distance out there. I have this rod rigged up. This is a 5, I think it's a 5-ball bearing reel. Yeah, 5-ball bearing. It's a 6.6 to 1 gear ratio reel. And I have 12-pound floor carb on here, so it's not super heavy line, but it is decently heavy, so you can set the hook really hard. You can't set it that hard, but you get the point. And again, all these baits you can fish on a medium fast action rod. Now this, I'm going to call this in the same category as a chatterbait, a spinnerbait. Now they're extremely similar. This one is just kind of a fall color. That'll probably work when the water's a little bit shallower, because when it's deep, it's going to be hard to get that spinnerbait to its mat or to the bottom, and a fish may not be able to see it as well. I mean, you could probably fish it in deep water. I'd recommend throwing it shallow for those fish that are getting ready for the spawn, eating up all the shad. That's one category. The next one, I think this is extremely important for this time of year, and that is a jerkbait. It just imitates a dying bait fishing toy. This jerkbait is the KVD. I think it's in Carolina Chrome. I think it's the JR200. Not 100% sure, but it is an epic jerkbait. It doesn't dive too deep. It's got a pretty shallow bill, but this is really good. It's gonna work great in deep, clear water. It's a suspending lure. I mean, that's what it's made to be. A bass will come farther to hit this lure than any other lure, because their instincts tell them to. Their instincts tell them it's something they gotta go get. This is a very important lure come post-spawn and spawn. Actually, take that back. It may not be such a great spawn bait since the bass are gonna be sitting in beds all day. But the last and final lure. Now this may or may not be the most important lure. Now this, it can go all the way from deep to shallow because it doesn't have a bill. It's very versatile. The good old Lipless Crankbait. Now I have a bigger one. The red colors are going to be the best for this time of year. Now you can see that one actually has those trebles that kind of curve in a little bit more. The other one on that jerkbait just sticks straight up. That's better for when the fish is kind of slapping at it aggressively and not really eating it. This is better for when they're eating it, and it hooks them really, really well. This is a really great bait. This one's small. You could fish this on a spinning rod. I'm going to fish them pretty much all on a 7-foot medium fast action rod. Sorry about the dog barking in the background, but that's okay. I just wanted to make this short and sweet. The top 3 lures. Let's go over it again. Spinnerbaits and chatterbaits. Spinnerbaits and chatterbaits, they're basically the same thing in my opinion. Those are going to fall into the same category. And then jerkbaits and lipless crankbaits are the other ones. Now, I'm going to be doing another one for like end of March, beginning of April. That's going to be my favorite one, I think. That's going to be like the best time of year to catch fish. Right now is okay, but you may not get as many bites. You're probably going to catch a big fish if you do catch something though. That's the thing. Post-spawn, spawn, that is the time to catch lunkers because they have eaten up all the shad. There's going to be some big old girls out there that want to eat your lure. And especially like a chatterbait, that's a big profile minnow. They're not gonna be able to resist that. I mean, you're gonna get smacked. That's why it's important to. Now, I have to say, if you're gonna throw a 3/8 ounce or bigger chatterbait, I'm not exactly sure of this. I think it's ½ ounce. I'm not 100% sure. But if it's like 3/8 ounce and bigger, you should bump it up to a medium heavy power rod. Any actual work, but medium heavy has a little bit more backbone than a medium. In case maybe you're fishing around logs, stumps, trees, stuff like that, and you get snagged, it's going to be able to just it's going to have a lot easier time just pulling it right out and not having much of a problem with that. Yeah. best combo in the world. I'd recommend getting a slightly better combo, but this will work. I was casting it the other day. I don't know when that video is going to come out. Probably next week sometime. But, yeah. Maybe not next week. Maybe even this week. I don't know. I forget what today is. I think today's Thursday, so this video should be coming out Friday. It's a pretty important video in my opinion. But, obviously, I know my fishing tips videos aren't the best. I know I kind of tend to talk really, really fast at some points. I'm trying to slow down and make it more clear because I'm going over the footage and like, oh my goodness, just slow down there. Just, you got all the time in the world. Don't worry. That's not necessarily true, but you know what I mean. But just to make it easy for you, moving baits, jerk baits, spinner baits, chatterbaits. Now, there is one more lure that could technically work. I should probably go ahead and squeeze this lure in too, because this is also a very important lure to use. Now, these are both about the same size. Square bill crankbaits. Like I said, the bass are going to be moving up shallow, and shallow means not a lot of water, like shallow, like short. During the winter time, when the bass were out deeper, a big 10XD, 6XD, that was going to work a lot better because that would dive a lot deeper, but a square bill is going to work now because they're going to be shallower. This is a Guggen Squad. I forget what it's called. It's a Guggen Squad square bill crankbait, and you can see that one has red. It's the exact same pattern as that Lipless Crankbait. And then I've got my favorite crankbaits are the Strike King KVD. That's in Delta Red right there. That's a really good crankbait. That's bright, bright red. Or it's actually not even that bright. It's quite dark, so this is going to work really well. Just for some reason, fish like to eat red this time of year. I don't know why, but you could probably ask a pro and he'll tell you. But square bills are key. You really need to throw them on a medium fast or medium moderate, whatever you got. Medium heavy will work, but it's going to be hard to land all the fish you hook because that rod is going to, I said this in other videos, but that rod's going to be too stiff. It's not going to give, they're most likely just going to throw that crankbait and you're just going to have a mess. I'll link some videos below on that. I know I say I'm going to link videos on the thing the same way, but I'm going to link a really good video, like my favorite crankbait video. He explains it so well. He does explain it for kayak fishing, but it can work for any angler too because, it's the same thing. But, yeah, I really hope you enjoy this. I think I enjoy making these videos a lot. They're really fun to tell you guys what's going to work. Listen, a square bill is just a really good all-year lure, but you definitely need to change the bill sizes every once in a while to make sure that you're using the right size for the depth of water and the time of year. But that's pretty much it. You can usually just catch fish on a square bill crankbait all year round. I originally bought this rod reel combo for square bill fishing. And I probably still, or for crankbait in general, I probably still will. I just put a chatterbait on it, and I really like the way it feels with a chatterbait. I'm becoming more like the fluke master now. I like medium power rods now for moving baits. I used to love medium heavy, which I'll show you medium heavy. This is big old medium heavy right here. This is almost like a heavy power rod. You can see this thing. I can barely get that thing to bend. This is basically a heavy power rod. I could barely call this a medium heavy. It has just incredible backbone. I mean, I wish you guys could feel this through the camera. This is you do not feel like you're gonna break this rod. You can also notice it's got big old handles, which are wind grips. It's super easy to grab and start reeling. This is a lot more low profile reel. It doesn't have those big handles. It's just got the slick ones. I gotta say, if your hands are wet, this is not the best reel. If you can, get like a loose wind grip reel. If you can, just get a loose crank and combo, like a David Fritz crank and combo. Get anything out of Lewis. I'll link their website down below because they have a really cool website. But, yeah, I plan on getting some Lewis apparel pretty soon too. But, yeah, that's really it. I don't really have anything else to say about this time of year for fishing, except that you want moving baits, jerk baits, suspending lures are key this time of year. You just need a lure that they're going to eat this time of year. I'll link another video on it that I kind of got this from, but I kind of knew it myself too. But, yeah. I guess I'll see you in the next one. Don't really have anything else to say. And by the way, you could fish each and every one of these lures on a spinning rod if you have to. I know a lot of you guys only use spinning rods. I have 2 spinning rod combos. I only really use one. And then I have 3 different bait cast combos for different types of fishing. Actually, I'll just go ahead and show you. I've got obviously the one I showed you in this video, the medium fast. I've got my Mach 2, which is in medium heavy fast. Not also, but it's also in fast. But it's medium heavy fast. And then I've got my last combo, which is also medium heavy fast. It's got a pretty long grip. It's got 50-pound P-line braid on there. I got a big old you'll see a video of this pretty soon. You got a big quarter-ounce sinker on there that makes it look bigger. It's good for punching and flipping into weeds and stuff. But I can't really say I'm flipping into grass mats where I live because I don't have grass mats where I live. But that's it. Those are all my bait cast combos. I don't have like a ton, and most of them are the same power, action, and length. They're all the same exact lengths. But I'll see you guys in the next one. If you did enjoy it, please do me a favor, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content. Turn on notifications for new uploads. I upload Mondays and Fridays if you did not know. Not the same time of day, but I usually upload like in the evening time. That's usually when I get it uploaded. Sometimes I've uploaded at like 10 at night. I've uploaded late before, but I usually don't do that. Usually I just have late uploads, which just expect it in the middle of the day because I usually don't have time in the beginning of the day. I'm sorry, one more thing. I wanted to give a huge shout out to Fishmack. I'm going to leave a link to his channel below. Let's get him to 400 subscribers. He's at like 371, I think. He's got a lot of subscribers, but let's get him more, guys. He's awesome. See you guys in the next one. Give me some elbow.